Cristiano Ronaldo, a name that has become larger than football itself. A name that echoes inside stadiums, inside homes, inside memories. But lately, something feels different. A strange silence surrounds him, a silence heavy enough to make the world nervous. Rumors have started spreading like wildfire. Is Ronaldo planning to retire? Fans are panicking, media is exploding, and even his closest friends feel like something is changing. On the training ground, Ronaldo doesn't walk with the same unstoppable confidence anymore. There's a heaviness in his steps, a quiet exhaustion in his eyes, the kind that only a legend feels when standing at the edge of his greatest decision. One evening during training, Ronaldo suddenly stops dribbling. The ball rolls away slowly as he stands still, staring at nothing. His coach walks over and asks softly, "Cristiano, you good?" Ronaldo gives a small smile, the kind he uses when he's hiding a war inside. "I'm fine just thinking," he replies. But everyone can see something is off. Behind him, teammates whisper among themselves, worried but scared to ask him directly. "Bro, I think he's considering it. Maybe he's done." Ronaldo lifts his head and looks at the sky for a moment, as if searching for an answer only the heavens can give. By the next morning, the entire world is in chaos. Every sports channel, every journalist, every headline repeats the same thing. Cristiano Ronaldo to announce retirement soon. Fans are heartbroken. Haters are celebrating. And clubs around the world are confused. Outside Ronaldo's home, dozens of cameras wait for him. A reporter yells, "Cristiano, are you quitting football forever?" Ronaldo freezes for a moment, looks at them with tired eyes, then quietly gets into his car without answering. That silence becomes the loudest answer the world has ever heard. Later that night, Ronaldo is alone in his home gym. The room is filled with trophies, Ballon d'Ors shining on shelves, golden boots lined perfectly, Champions League medals glowing in the dim light. But today, none of it comforts him. He wraps his fingers around an old Sporting Lisbon jersey, the jersey he wore when he had nothing but a dream. His reflection stares back at him from the mirror, older, wiser, but deeply exhausted. "How much more can I give?" he whispers to himself. His hands bear the scars of battles played for decades. His legs hold the weight of millions of expectations. Even he, a warrior made of steel, feels the cracks forming inside. As he sits quietly, Georgina walks in and gently touches his shoulder. "Cristiano, you don't look okay." Ronaldo closes his eyes for a moment and then murmurs, "I don't know what's next. Maybe football, maybe not." Georgina's heart sinks. She looks at him with a mix of fear and love, realizing this moment she always prayed would never come. "Are you really thinking of leaving everything?" she asks, her voice trembling. Ronaldo doesn't answer. His silence breaks her more than any words could. Their daughter suddenly runs in, laughing, unaware of the storm in the room. "Daddy, don't stop playing," she says with innocence. Ronaldo forces a smile for her, a smile that hides more pain than the world could ever imagine. The next day, Ronaldo attends a private meeting with Al Nassr's management. Everyone in the room already senses what's coming. One director finally asks, "Cristiano, are you planning to retire from football?" The room falls into complete silence. Ronaldo places both hands on the table, takes a deep breath, and says, "I'm thinking about it." 4 small words, but they shatter every heart present. Another member leans forward and says, "If you retire, football will never be the same." Ronaldo looks down, his voice heavy as he replies, "I'm tired of being strong every single day." Those words, they hit harder than any goal he's ever scored. That night, Ronaldo stands alone on his balcony, staring at the city lights below. The wind is cold, and the world around him feels motionless. His mind drifts into memories, the day he debuted at Manchester United, the years he dominated at Real Madrid, the Champions League nights when the world bowed at his feet, the Euros he won for Portugal, the losses, the criticisms, the fans who believed in him even when nobody else did. Memories of his father, memories of moments that built him, broke him, rebuilt him. And then the question that has been eating him alive, did I do enough? A quiet voice inside him answers, "You did more than anyone ever could." But even that doesn't fill the emptiness he feels tonight. A few days later, Ronaldo steps onto the field for a match. The stadium roars, chanting his name, chanting Peu in unison. He scores a brilliant goal, but there is no explosive celebration. No trademark jump. No roar. Instead, he simply raises both hands slowly toward the crowd, as if saying goodbye. Commentators fall silent. Fans freeze. Tears begin to fall in the stands. Everyone knows something is not right. Something is ending. A week after that match, the world receives a message. Cristiano Ronaldo will address the public in a special announcement. The internet explodes. Millions wait. Live streams crash. Every fan, every club, every child who grew up shouting, "Zayuyu," holds their breath. Inside a dimly lit private studio, Ronaldo sits alone in front of the camera. His face is calm, but his eyes are heavy, carrying decades of pressure, glory, sacrifice, and silent suffering. He takes a long breath before speaking. For the past few months, I've been thinking a lot about my future, he begins, his voice softer than ever before. Fans watching the stream feel chills. He continues, I've given this game everything I had. My mind, my body, my sleepless nights, my happiest moments, my darkest days. His voice cracks for a second, and millions of hearts break at once. As he speaks, flashes of his legendary career play in his mind. The bicycle kick against Juventus, the hat-trick against Spain, the impossible comebacks, the crowd screaming his name. But now, another memory hits him stronger than all. The lonely nights when he played through injuries, hiding pain just to keep the world smiling. He looks down and whispers, and now, I feel something different. The entire world freezes. The next sentence could end an era. Maybe it's time to think about stepping away. Gasps echo across living rooms and stadiums. Some fans break into tears. Others refuse to believe their hero could ever walk off the field. But then he stops talking. He closes his eyes. His hands tremble slightly. And suddenly, he stands up from the chair. The camera is still rolling, but Ronaldo walks away, unable to finish the statement. The live stream ends abruptly. Chaos takes over the world. News channels replay the moment. Analysts argue. Fans pray. The football community waits in total confusion. Cristiano Ronaldo, the man who always had answers, now leaves the world with the biggest question of his life hanging in the air. That night, Ronaldo goes for a late drive through Riyadh. The city lights blur through the car windows as he thinks deeply about everything. The future, his children, his legacy, and the pressure that never stops. He stops the car near an empty stadium and sits quietly in the parking lot. A single security guard approaches him and whispers, "Sir, you inspired my whole generation." Ronaldo smiles softly, touched by the simplicity of the moment. The guard continues, "If you retire, that's okay. You've already given the world more than enough." For the first time in months, Ronaldo feels a small sense of peace inside. The next morning, he visits the Portugal training facility secretly. No media. No cameras. Just him and the empty field. He walks slowly across the grass, touching it with his fingertips as memories return like waves. The roar of 2016 Euros. The heartbreaks of World Cups. The pride of wearing the red and green. Standing at the center circle, he whispers, "This is home." For a moment, it feels like he might cry, something he rarely shows the world. The weight of the moment presses on him. Is this the last time he will stand here as a player? As the sun rises, he takes out his phone and records a private message, not for the world, not for media, but for his children. "I played so long," he tells them softly, "because I wanted you to see how far hard work can take you. I wanted you to know your father never quit, even when it hurt. But now I must decide what kind of example I want to leave for you next." He ends the recording and places the phone on the grass beside him, letting the breeze cool his face. The moment is personal, pure, and filled with the deepest truth. Ronaldo is no longer fighting the world. He is fighting himself. Later that day, he returns home to Georgina. She sees the exhaustion in his eyes, but also something new, clarity. He sits beside her, holds her hand, and says, "I know what I want to do." Georgina waits silently. Ronaldo continues, I don't want to retire in sadness. Not in confusion. Not in fear. He takes a deep breath. I want to finish my story the right way, with one final season. One last dance. Georgina's eyes fill with tears, not of sadness, but of relief. Her smile returns for the first time in weeks. A few days later, Ronaldo releases a final message to the world. I'm not retiring yet. I still have one last chapter to write. The world erupts with joy. Stadiums shake. Social media explodes. Fans cry tears of happiness. Kids run outside screaming. Ronaldo smiles as he watches the reactions, because this time, his smile is real. But he ends the message with one final line, a line that sends chills everywhere. Enjoy my last chapter, because after this, there will be no more. And just like that, the world realizes that the end is still coming. Not today, not tomorrow, but soon. The countdown to the final Ronaldo era has begun.